This routine will separate pro players from the rest, and if you're at the right skill level, I promise if you watch this video and follow this routine I cover, you will go pro. This routine is used by any other pro player that you watch in order to get better quicker than anyone else. It's also the reason why you don't see this exact routine in any other video. We will also be going over multiple different times so that the people with only 1 hour playtime can hopefully compete with the players that have unlimited time. So watch to the end so you can go pro this season. Step 1. Warm up and practice. The most important part of any routine is the warm up. This allows you to get ready for anything and everything, whether it's building, editing, or aiming. This allows you to be more focused than any other player. The perfect warm up and or practice is loading into a free build map and warming up your mechanics. You want to do this for about 5 to 10 minutes, and yes, even if you can only play for an hour, do not skip this. The next thing you want to do is actually get into another map that focuses on high pressure, but also takes advantages of improving your mechanics. My favorite map for this is MONTAGE Turtle Wars, as you're always in high pressure situations, but can still focus enough to work on your mechanics and one, if not the most important aspect of fighting, which is box fights. After you do that, you'll want to then load into a realistics map like realistic 1v1s or clutch 1v2s, as this allows for high pressure but not confined to a smaller place. It is also really realistic compared to real games. Also, for each one of these maps, make sure that you're using only the weapons that are currently available in actual ranked or tournaments. Now, for the times if you can play more than 1 hour a day, then you should be spending about 30 minutes to 1 hour total on all 3 of these maps. But if you have less than an hour, we're going to have once again only 30 minutes total for all these maps, or a total of 10 minutes per map. This allows your mechanics to get really warm, and you get a lot of repetitive fighting in so that you are ready for everything in Fortnite. It also allows you to practice in only 30 minutes, and you should be playing a lot better and faster than most players. And this leads perfectly into step 2. Ranked. This is one of the best assets when it comes to actually getting better at Fortnite, because you're going up against players that are usually the same skill level as you, if not better, which helps you improve overall as well as learn new tactics and ways to play that you can't find in creative or scrims. So how long should you be playing ranked, and how should you actually be playing ranked itself? Well, the most amount of time you should be spending in ranked is 1 to 2 hours a day, because you don't want to get burnt out and actually get worse at the game. But if you once again only have 1 hour total to play, you'd actually want to skip ranked. However, if you can play more than 1 hour of ranked, it can help you refine skills that you once again can't refine in creative, like your awareness and overall game IQ. Another great reason to play ranked for the 1 to 2 hours is because it can help with your knowledge of how zones work and overall gameplay in general, like where you should be landing, how you should be looting up, and where you should be rotating in order to take fights or play uncontested. These are the things you can't get out of creative that are very important. This is also another reason why you see pros play a lot of more ranked and scrims than creative. They know that refining these skills will help them out more than just their mechanics, which I would have to agree on. If you're the smartest player in the game, even if you have some of the worst mechanics, you can still win most fights just by pure knowledge or how to outplay your opponents. Ranked is also very helpful with map awareness, which means knowing the map like the back of your hand so you don't have to spend lots of time looking at your minimap or placing markers everywhere just so you know how to rotate. Now, how should you actually play your games out? You should play ranked passive-aggressively, which means you should be taking a good amount of fights. But if you get hard, you reset, reevaluate the situation, and come back later, or just not fight that person in general. You want to get in at least, I would say, 10 to 15 fights per ranked game to maximize your overall knowledge of in-game. Now that we got done talking about ranked, we can talk about step 3. Step 3. Scrims. Now, scrims are the one thing that sets most pro players apart from regular players, but I'm going to teach you how to play scrims to maximize your learning potential and easily outplace pros. This is the final step for you if you only have 1 hour of playtime. You want to play one scrim because usually scrims are 30 minutes. But once again, if you have more than 1 hour, this is only the beginning of your journey. Scrims are basically like the bread and butter when it comes to Fortnite. Every tournament in Fortnite has endgames that are like scrims. Now, the better you are, the more players that will be at the end of the match. But scrims help you practice and master the endgames to where you can always reach the max amount of points in every single tournament you play. Now, for scrims, you want to focus mainly on solo and trio scrims this season, as solo cash cups and trio FNCS. However, if you don't have a trio, do duos. The reason you want to do solo scrims is so that in like trio or duo tournaments, if your teammates die, you are set for the rest of the game just because you know how to play the endgame out. And trios helps you learn how to play endgames as a team. Now, how should you actually be playing scrims to maximize your potential? The first thing you want to do is choose a drop spot that is usually unconned or only conned by one team. And that is because you can get an early kill and not have to worry about search for the rest of the game. This also allows you to be more confident, and if you kill a whole team at a POI, you have more than enough loot to supply you for your whole game. Now, in scrims, you can't fight in the mid game, which means you need to prioritize looting and rotating properly. You will always want to rotate dead sides so that when endgame starts, you don't get stuck up on or you don't get keyed right away. Once you loot up enough and you are on dead side, you want to find some of the highest spots on the maps to either place a surge tower to look for tags or to box up. This allows you to actually get more tags if you didn't get the kills early on, or it also allows you to see everything and plan your rotations better. Now, one thing I don't recommend doing in the end game or at like the start of the 7th or 8th zone is trying and getting height, as the sooner you grab height, the more likely you are to run out of mats before the zone fully closes. So I would wait till further in the match to get height unless it is a natural terrain as height, like a tall mountain or like a hill. And if you're in trios, you want to have one teammate play out zone while the other twos push and try and get kills. However, if it is in solos, you'll need to either play heal off or key while other players are fighting to secure the win and hopefully make you some sweet bread. Now, before I tell you about one of the most important things you need to do to become a pro and lock in on this routine, I want to ask you something. If you're enjoying this video, it would mean a lot to me if you could drop a like down below and use my code NOTFLOW in the Fortnite item shop to help me out and make better content for you guys. But now, let me tell you about step number 4. Step number 4, cooldown. Now, I bet you have never heard about a cooldown in Fortnite. But like every workout or anything you do in real life, you should also do in Fortnite. For example, after you do this whole routine, you will still want to load into a Mechanics V5 training map by Raider464 and focus on the minute things like crosshair placement and aim. Slower drills that trigger very specific movements. You can do this for as long as you want, but once again, since we don't want to cause burnout, I recommend only about 20 minutes of this total after the routine. This allows you to once again work more on mechanics and slow it down to focus more on accuracy and improving than actually trying to be flashy or overcomplicate things right before you get off. It will also make your warm-ups feel better as you worked on your mechanics before you got off, and you'll work on your mechanics once you get back on. I recently started doing cooldowns and my warm-ups are a lot more effective because of it. Also, make sure to take a long enough break between sessions. If you play 8 hours, don't play for about 16 hours. Go have balance in your life, because if you don't have balance in your life, you will get bored of the game and you will not grow like you're supposed to. Also, make sure you get enough sleep, you keep up with your hygiene, and you eat healthy. All of these things can impact your gameplay, so make sure you are trying to stay fit and healthy, but also enjoying the game. And step 5. Why this routine actually works. The reason this routine works so well is that it matches the routines of most pros, but it also works more on your mechanics and game sense more than pros as well. Most pros play 8 to 10 hours a day of Fortnite. However, some of them don't even have a structured routine like this one. Having a structured or planned routine helps you stay focused and locked in on what is important to you. Also, most pros that play 8 to 10 hours a day focus mainly on one of these 3 things every day instead of all of them in the same day. They mostly play scrims all day or ranked or even a creative at the beginning of seasons. But having all 3 means you will slowly get more consistent at all of them, even if your playtime is a third of what pros is. Now yes, the more time you spend on the game, the more likely are you to get better at the game and go pro from this routine. But even if you only have 1 hour of playtime, this routine will actually help you improve almost everything in a shorter amount of time. It also allows you to grow significantly without wasting any of your time. I had a friend do this routine for a week and he went from platinum to champ rank in just 1 week, just because he stayed consistent and worked hard. I believe in all of you in your grind, and you have to believe in yourself. Everything can be stacked against you, but if you push forward and pursue this with full passion, anything you set your mind to is already within your reach. And I would like to say thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and leave a comment down below about how long you play Fortnite for every single day. And once again, if you want to support me, please use code NOTFLOW in the Fortnite item shop. I love all of you, good luck on your Fortnite journey, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace, guys.